What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about if Hogwarts Legacy is going to be at Summer Game Fest 2022. Now, when I say this, I mean specifically the opening day live stream, which is, I believe, June 9th. This is the one that you can go to IMAX theaters to watch. You can watch it online. I will be co-streaming it, so if you want to watch it with me, that would be awesome. I will be here, but I mean that one. Summer Game Fest technically goes all throughout June, I guess officially starting June 9th. But normally, what we have seen historically the last 2 years, something like Hogwarts Legacy, let's say, I think would only ever be shown at this live stream, and that's it. Jeff Keighley normally, I mean, he does more. He'll talk to developers. There is some news that he'll drop or new games that'll get announced, stuff like that. But normally, they're not the biggest things in the world. And again, for something like Hogwarts Legacy, say to give a release date, or, for whatever other reason you would show yourself, I think that would probably be at this live stream. So the answer to that question is I don't know. I don't know if it'll be there or not. If you are asking my personal opinion, I may actually go with the unpopular opinion of no. The answer being no. I want it there. I think it makes sense for it to be there. But at the same time, I think Gotham Knights, even with Gotham Knights showing itself, well, depending on what day you guys see this video, Gotham Knights came back out. They showed the Red Hood Nightwing gameplay. Even with that happening, I think Gotham Knights makes more sense to be at Summer Game Fest than Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts, the biggest question to me, and I really want somebody to officially confirm this, whether it be insiders, like leakers or, whatever, what kind of deal do they have in place, right? Because it got announced at a Sony whatever you call it, PlayStation Experience or PlayStation Showcase, okay? PlayStation Showcase, I think, was the official name. So that's when it first got announced. Now, that's a big deal for a game to get announced at somebody else's, show. Then it disappears, right, for eternity, and it comes back at a Sony State of Play, the first ever State of Play for a third-party game. And I know things like Ghostwire Tokyo have been State of Plays, and that will come to Xbox, but I mean, like, a game like Hogwarts Legacy, day one, when it releases, it's on all platforms. It is the first time Sony has done that. And I think that's pretty telling for what's going on between Hogwarts and Sony. It could mean that Sony maybe is working on buying Avalanche, right, the developers of Hogwarts Legacy, or it could just mean, well, it could mean that or I guess one or the other, that maybe there's just a marketing deal in place where literally you can't show something new for Hogwarts Legacy unless it's at a Sony show. It makes a lot of sense. These things get so many views. It is one of the most popular games in terms of games that are about to come out. So I can see why Sony would want it, and I think it's doing rather well for them. You want to be associated with a game like this if you're PlayStation, if you're Xbox, etc. So I guess my thing is, the long answer to a very short question, I feel like maybe Sony has all the cards where they're not going to show it again till a PlayStation show. Now, there is rumors of a PlayStation showcase, a PlayStation event. Would you show it there? I don't know, because you just did. Really, and I've said this before, maybe this is controversial, I am very content with what we got. I know I've asked a lot of questions. In videos, we'll kind of go over different parts of the State of Play. I'll talk about Quidditch and stuff. If the game released tomorrow, and the only stuff we had on it was what we got with the 15-minute State of Play, I'd actually accept that. I legitimately would accept that. So, and I'm not saying that's what will happen, because it won't. We're going to get a lot more of this game before it releases, but I really don't think they need much more, and specifically, they don't need much more right now. It's been 2 months since they showed it. I actually can't believe it's only been 2 months. It feels like longer. Sometimes it feels like shorter, but I don't know what else you would really need to do, right, besides a release date. And a release date, I don't even know if you need a trailer. That's why I've always been so confused as to what Gotham Knights did, because Gotham Knights went backwards. They did the release date with nothing, and then now they're doing gameplay. Hogwarts Legacy did a lot of gameplay, no release date, and so now, if they even did just a post on Twitter and said, hey, Hogwarts comes out December, 15th, 2022, whatever, okay? And that'd be fine. So, I don't know. I really don't think it'll be at Summer Game Fest, but with the distance between when it's supposed to come out, and again, this will become more of an issue, I guess, is subjective, as we get closer to the fall. With Gotham Knights, they gave the release date in March. I think this the week after the Batman released in theaters. They gave the release date for Gotham Knights, and that was October 25th. So they did around 7.5 months early. I'm not saying that's like the gold standard, because some games do it 3 months before, some games do it 5 months before, but somewhere in that range. So I guess what I'm saying is, the only cause for concern I have for this game has always actually been when it releases. I feel very happy with what we saw, and what we're actually going to get of the game. I feel very confident the game is going to be good. I just don't know if it's going to release this year, right? I've been pretty skeptical on that. So the closer we get to July, August, September, the less likely it is, in my opinion, that we get the game in December, because you probably want at least 3 months notice before the game comes out. So that would have to be September. Honestly, I think it should probably be before then, so probably like August, July. So, and that, that's my opinion, but it's also pretty historic that that's what games do, in terms of the history of video games releasing. So, will it appear at Summer Game Fest June 9th? Honestly, my opinion is no. Of course, I'd love to be proven wrong, but June, July, August, I do think one of those 3 months, you got to give the release date if the game comes out in December. If the game is delayed, which, as I've said, I think is honestly possible, that specifically with their wording, I know that's actually been debated, including by Troy, right? So I completely get that it's just my opinion, but I think because of the wording, it does kind of leave it open that it could be December, January, even February, even it could bleed into that. So let me know what you guys think. Again, I'll be co-streaming it, so I'll be active all throughout June. So if it's there, I'll be reacting live to it, and we'll be having loads of videos there as well. But let me know what you think. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, so you know when all these videos go up. If you want to follow me anywhere else, all of my social media is in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.